Hey, first grade, it's Miss Lime. Are you ready to learn more about maps and their symbols? Okay, good. Our target today is I can use symbols on a map to identify different parts of the map. And with that, we're also going to practice identifying, hey, what is that map symbol? We've kind of already looked at a few of these symbols this week. So we're going to go ahead and take a deeper dive in and see what else can we learn about these symbols. Let's go ahead and switch over to Pebble Go. Okay, here we are. We're going to look at this map first. Ooh, we'll talk about the image after we read the words. It says maps show places on Earth. But to make the places small enough to fit on paper, maps use symbols. Symbols are pictures or shapes that stand for real things. I like how it reminded me that I use a map to know where things are. This map looks like it's the London Zoo. Oh my goodness. So you could use a map at a zoo. It looks like there are symbols of animals all over it. Why would Oh, they probably do this so that when I'm at the zoo, I can look at that symbol and say, hey, you know what? That kind of looks like a monkey. I bet that's where the monkeys are. Oh, I also noticed a compass rose. Never eat slimy worms. Oh, that's so silly. Now we know that the real words are north, east, south, and west, but sometimes it's funny to use those silly words. I can see there are a lot of different symbols here. These ones use really little pictures so I can see it. And I know it said that maps are small so they can fit on paper. So I know that the London Zoo really isn't that size. That is about the size of my hand. There's no way it's that small. So it's important to use symbols because I couldn't really do a picture the right size. Well, let's keep going. All maps use symbols, but not all maps use the same symbols. Every map has a key that tells what each symbol means. Sometimes map keys are called legends. Ooh, okay, hang on. They use a key, but it's not like a key that I would use to unlock like a door. Do you remember when we were learning about pictographs at the beginning of the year? When we said there was a key so we would know what a symbol represented? It's the same thing for maps. Here's this map. Oh, here is the title of a map. Every map will have a title. It says Teachersville. So this must be the town of Teachersville. And here's a key right here. If I didn't know what this symbol was, I can come down here to my key and see, oh, that's a school. I wonder what all of these red or pink squares are. There sure is a lot of them. Oh, when I look at my key, it tells me that's a house. Okay. Oh, and it tells me there's an Apple store. Okay, I'm looking for a yellow house with an apple on it. It's right there. I found it. This key is really helpful. And I notice there's also a compass rose. What are these numbers down here? Oh, I know. That is a map scale. I remember just on the last picture and on the last page, we learned that maps are much smaller. It can be hard to learn and determine how far away something is from something on a map. There are these special tools and features called a map scale. So I can see if something is this far apart, it is 100 feet. So if I take that and measured it, I could see, oh, these houses are definitely 100 feet apart. You won't find keys in the same spots on every map. In an atlas, I don't know that word. In an atlas, oh, a book of maps. Wow, that's really cool. So in an atlas or a book of maps, the key will come before the maps. On physical maps, that's a map that I'm actually holding, the key might be in the corner or on the back. Here's an example. And they called it a map legend. Remember, a key or a legend will both show the symbols on a map. On this map legend, it tells me different types of symbols I would see. And it looks like roads and related symbols. These are all different types of streets I would see. Let's see, this blue line would be a free A free limited access highway. Not sure what that means, but if I saw it on a map, I would see it. Oh, and then I have a toll limited highway, other multi-lane highways. I don't see any freeways. I see a couple more special signs down here. So even if I don't know what all of these mean, I know when I see it on a map, I can use this map legend to help me recognize these symbols. Some symbols look like the thing they stand for. On a weather map, a sun stands for sunny weather. Other symbols don't look like what they stand for. Many maps use dots to stand for cities. Hey, when we were looking at that zoo map, they looked like actual animals, right? Those were the symbols. But then when we looked at the map of Teachersville, the houses were just square pink like boxes. I've never seen a house that's just a square pink box. So that was just a symbol. Let's look at this weather map. Oh yeah, I see the suns. They stand for sunny weather. And in case I forgot, I can look at this key. Oh, but then they also have a sun with a cloud over it. Oh, like right here in Kansas City. I know that that stands for mostly sunny. I can see, in Seattle, it's raining. Hey, they have a compass rose even on this map. North, east, south, west. Never eat soggy waffles, or whatever silly saying you want to say. I also see something else on this map. This is all of the United States. Remember, that is the country that we live in. We're going to talk more next week about our planet, our continent, our country, our state, our city, and so on. But I just want to make sure you know when you see this, this is a map of the United States. It's the national forecast. That's a fancy way of saying it's a weather map. Oh, I also see Texas. That's right. This state right here is Texas. And see right here where my little cursor is? That is about where Harker Heights is. And that's where we live. Okay, if I'm going to use my compass rose and I were to travel north of Texas, let's see, I'm going to go north. I got up to Kansas City where it was mostly sunny. Wait, let me come back down to Texas. Okay, if I'm going to travel east, let's see, east is pointing me that way. Okay, east, I'm going to come. Oh my goodness, I got to New Orleans and it's sunny. Wow. I can use that compass rose to help me find directions in where I am going. Colors can be symbols too. On temperature maps, remember temperature, that's how hot or cold something is. On temperature maps, the color red stands for hot weather. We know Texas gets a lot of that, too much of that. Places colored blue have cool temperatures. Other maps use color to show where people or animals live. Ooh, let's take a look at this. So here's our title, the temperatures forecast. It's going to tell me all about the temperatures. Here's that compass rose again. And I can see right here is my key or my legend. I can see if I didn't know what these colors stood for, I could come right here and say, ooh, there's a lot of orange in this area. Let me find orange. Oh, orange means it's going to be around 80 degrees. There we go. What about this dark green? This dark green is, 50 degrees. Wow. Instead of putting a little symbol in one spot, they used colors because it was going to take up a whole area. Okay, so we've talked a lot about maps. I want to show you your assignment on Seesaw. It's going to be 2 pages. On this first page, you can press this play button and you'll hear Miss Slime talk, and I'll kind of read through some of these instructions. You have a map key right here, and then you have 4 clues. It's going to ask you to draw certain things a certain color. We want to see if you can use the map key to determine where those objects are. For instance, number 1 says to color Jack's dresser red. So you need to use your key to figure out what is the dresser, and then color that red. Make sure you're following these instructions and these colors. Otherwise, we won't know if you knew what those keys were, what the symbols in the key were telling you. On the second page, you have more information about map keys. If you press play, you're going to hear Miss Lime read this to you. It's all about map symbols and keys. Then we have 4 symbols right here that would be part of a map key. We need your help labeling them. Would it make sense to say that this is a symbol for a railroad, a lake, a house, or a mountain? You have to decide. Drag the label over to the spot that you thought it would work. There is so much that we use maps for, and we use these symbols to help us understand these maps. We're going to learn a lot more about them next week. Today, we just wanted to make sure that we could identify symbols and find what they represent on a map. Make sure you push the green check mark on Seesaw when you're done.